So here we are with the amazing Jack. Everyone on the team's amazing, but Jack, he stands out just a little bit, right? He stands out, man of not that many words, but it's a pleasure to work with him every time I get to talk with him. So, Jack, if you'll do me a favor and just tell us a little bit about yourself, just an intro, however you feel like introing yourself.
Yeah, definitely. So my name's Jack DiGregorio. I'm a social ad strategist here at Tough. I'm originally from New York, moved down to West Palm Beach, Florida. So that's where I'm located now. And I started with Tough, I think back in September. So a little over 6 months.
So from New York to Florida, and I hope I can like get some kind of graphic that shows like you flying from New York to Florida, right? So like, what's it been transitioning from New York to Florida?
It's been awesome. Awesome. I mean, for one, you can't beat the weather. And I love to like fish and go to the beach and surf. So it's kind of perfect. You can do it all year round. So can't beat it.
So you're like a big outdoor guy, but not outdoor like me, right? I'm a mountain guy. You're a put me out on a water guy, right?
Anything with water, I'll be there.
Really? So what has been your favorite water experience since moving? Only since moving.
Since moving, huh? Go to the beach a lot. Usually my girlfriend and I will have like dinner at the beach on Fridays, so that's pretty nice. Watch the sunset. Always really peaceful.
Dinner on the beach on Fridays. You're making me feel like, man, I'm not doing something right because I definitely don't do that, right?
Yeah, you can't beat it. Honestly, like 70-degree weather year round. It's big change coming from New York.
I couldn't do Florida personally. I like layers. So I have on a sweater and a shirt and I'm normally wearing a hoodie, right? So the layers in the 70 degrees just seems very icky. Is it humid in Florida? Very humid?
Uh, hasn't been that bad.
Okay.
Not as bad as everyone kind of hyped it up to be.
Uh-huh.
But that being said, I haven't been down here for a summer, so I'll keep you posted on that one.
Okay, cool. Well, it sounds like you haven't been there too terribly long. But moving on, right? You play lacrosse. Tell me about that. You like I don't understand lacrosse, so you're gonna have to walk me through the basics.
Yeah, so I played lacrosse my whole life, played it all throughout, my younger ages, high
Mhm.
school, ended up playing Division 3 in college. So that was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Met some of my best friends through it, learned a lot. Learned a lot that you kind of transferred over to, work life balance.
Mhm.
So it definitely taught me a lot and I love it.
So like in lacrosse, is it I don't know why I'm thinking like you can't run with the ball in lacrosse. Is that true?
No, you can. Think of it like it's like hockey with sticks, just going end to end, basically. It's the
And
best way to describe it.
were you good?
I was all right. I was all
I mean,
right,
you
not bad.
played Division 3 lacrosse. You had to be pretty good, right?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I got to play a lot, which was nice. I think that was definitely a big decision on like picking schools. As I wanted to go somewhere I could play all 4 years, so I definitely got that experience. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was a lot of fun. But I will say I'm enjoying the retirement and not waking up at 5 a.m. to go lift or go to practice.
What, you don't like waking up in the mornings to work out? Like,
It has gotten me in some good habits. I do wake up, around 6 o'clock every morning now. So like I said, definitely some things I learned that kind of transition over to the real life, but I enjoy my sleep.
so it was because of lacrosse that you ate an insane number of tacos, right?
Oh yeah, we went through a phase in high school. Me and my three buddies, we would have driver's ed actually before lacrosse practice.
Okay.
And we would drive to this neighboring town that had all the fast food. And our driver's ed teacher was super cool with us. So he would let us stop and get food before practice. So every time we would be like, all right, what can we do this time? So we would go and try to eat like 100 McNuggets or, as many Taco Bell tacos as we could eat. And then we get to practice and feel awful. So what in hindsight probably wasn't the best planning, but definitely a lot of fun, good memories.
So like how many tacos did you eat?
Oh gosh, I forgot the exact number, but it was a disgusting amount.
Disgusting amount. Do you remember the number of chicken nuggets you've ever eaten?
I tapped out early on that one. I think I might have had like 20.
Only 20 nuggets?
Yeah.
Dude, like when I was in my younger, more hefty days, I could probably eat about 30 nuggets. 30.
Yeah, you can put them down if you got the right mindset and dedicated.
Yeah, it's just go really fast before your brain, knows what's going on. So switching gears just a little bit, how did you end up in the social world?
So out of college, I didn't really, I went to school for business administration, so I kind of had a pretty good understanding of like all the bases of business. And I really didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. A kid on my team's dad actually had a dealership that was using this social agency. And he's like, they're looking for people, do you want to, I can put your name down. And I was like, sure, why not? So I ended up kind of getting my start in like the automotive vertical. So I lived in Maryland for a year with my buddy from college. We actually both worked at that company. So that was kind of my start. And then I started to really, learn more and figure out, the ins and outs of media buying. So I got really, into that, and kind of that's where it kind of kicked off. And then I realized, I really enjoy it. And it's like it's definitely a more interesting career,
Yeah.
because it's not as black and white and straightforward, but it allows you to be creative and kind of think outside the box, which I really enjoy.
So like what's been the biggest challenge having a career in social ads?
I don't know if it's the biggest challenge, but it's definitely something that takes up a lot of my time. Is I think just staying up to date. And by
Right.
taking up a lot of my time, I mean, scrolling TikTok and Instagram and kind of just being on my phone a lot. I think the lens that I look at, scrolling through TikTok is I'll see different TikToks where like, that's a really good ad, or
Yeah.
that's that's like an awesome video that kind of promoted that product. And sometimes you miss that, or you don't even really realize it. But now that I'm looking at through kind of like a marketing lens, you kind of pick up on those things and notice different trends and things along those lines.
So does a job in social ruin like social scrolling for you too?
Uh, no, to some, I don't think so. Actually, no, I think it's actually a
Really?
little more exciting.
Uh-huh.
Even I'll be scrolling through TikTok and even get some of like my own ads that I put out. So it's kind of cool to see, something that you conceptualize, execute, and then all of a sudden you see it on your end. So it's kind of cool to see it come full circle.
Man, for me, just moving to social ruined it for me. Like I'm always like I only use Facebook now to look for competitor ads. Literally, like if I'm going through Facebook, I'm not looking at anyone's posts. I'm looking for the ads, and then I'm looking at your targeting, and I'm like, was this a good ad? Yes or no? Is becoming more of the same. I'm not a TikToker. I'm not a TikToker at all. But reels, I look at the reels ads. I'm like, oh crap, this is a good reels ad. You know what I mean? And so I want to pivot just slightly. Like you mentioned, TikTok is a new ad platform, like relatively new. I think it came out last year and they're still building on it. So, like, how has it been working in TikTok? Because I believe you work in TikTok even more than myself. It's like, what is that?
Yeah, so I run a couple TikTok campaigns for clients. I think it's really cool to kind of see the growth. It kind of, the app came out and it was kind of a joke. And I
Yeah.
think it was probably around like COVID times, like in the thick of it when it really kicked off. And
Hmm.
people were just making all these different TikToks. And then to kind of see the growth where it's now grown into, a real reputable, ad platform that people put a lot of money behind, and you can actually see some awesome results. It's really cool to kind of see it come full circle. I think I think the creativity side of it is awesome. And the other thing is like the algorithm is so cool to kind of try to understand a little bit more, and
Yeah.
why you're served these ads, and what your feed kind of looks like, because everyone's feed is unique. So
Yeah.
um I mean, so far I've loved it. We've seen some really great success for a variety of different clients. So definitely kind of the way I kind of look at it is, Facebook and Instagram, paid search, Google's, those are kind of like your blue chip stocks of, these are where people spend money to advertise. And
Mhm.
I think we're starting to see TikTok, slowly kind of approaching, not so much that secondary channel, but a place where people can put their ad dollars and see a lot of great success.
Yeah. So you sure that working at social hasn't ruined just scrolling for you? I'm just blown
No,
away. Like you even think about the algorithm, and I can't say that I think about the algorithm quite as much. But so like you started in Tough in September, right?
hmm
So as we're recording this, it's been about 5 months. What's it been like from your perspective?
it's been awesome. It's been unreal. Just to kind of the thought and the process of everything we do, from you know prospecting clients to the internal workings, especially at like a remote company. You'd be, it was definitely something I was, I guess, a little hesitant about coming from a fully remote to a fully remote company. I was like, oh, it's totally different. There's no office, but you would never really even, feel that way. It's everyone's so intertwined and connected. It makes you feel like you're in the office every day, talking to right next to people.
Yeah,
So I've loved it. It's been, probably the best decision I made.
I can totally echo that. And so as we get ready to wind this one up, right? Before I introduce you to my last set of questions, I want to ask you like, so have you had fish tacos?
Oh yeah,
So are they good?
yeah, they're awesome.
Are they better in Florida than they were in New York?
Uh, 50-50. It depends.
Okay.
Usually any fish tacos I have in New York, I'll catch myself. So they're usually pretty fresh. So I'd like to think they're pretty good.
Okay.
But I've had some good fish down here too.
All right. All right. So last questions, right? They're gonna be a little bit of a rapid fire. We're gonna play a little game as we
All right.
wrap this up. You ready? Just get your mind ready. You're gonna get 4 questions. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So Apple or Android?
Apple.
Ham or turkey for Thanksgiving?
Uh, Unpopular opinion, neither. I'm not a big Thanksgiving guy. I'm not a
Not,
huge turkey fan or ham.
not a big Thanksgiving guy. Okay, GIF or GIF?
Oh, yeah.
GIF.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
LeBron or Jordan?
Uh, Neither. Kobe Bryant, probably.
Ah, his jersey hanging
I
behind me.
know.
And I
I know.
still can't agree with that. I still can't agree with that. But Jack, thank you so much for your time, man. It's been a pleasure getting to talk to you. And yeah, keep doing the great work. And I'm gonna keep learning from you. And hopefully I can show you something one day. All right.
Yeah. Thanks for putting this together.
No problem, man. Talk soon.
See ya.